Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Amber. I wanted to jump on here really quickly because I just got back from Barnes & Noble, so I wanted to show you the little book haul that I have for today. I went in there not wanting to get anything, just kind of wanted to walk around. It's been a crazy week at work, so I just kind of wanted to relieve some stress. But there were two books I had in mind that are in this pile that I wanted to buy if I saw them, and I came home with 8 books. So we're just gonna get right into it since there are so many. Eight's not that many, but when you have like 100 on your physical TBR, eight's a lot. Anyway, so the first book that I picked up was The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. This is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm actually embarrassed to say that I have never read the book. And usually I don't like to buy the book if it has a movie cover, but I don't know if you can tell, but like it just I don't know, there's just something about this book that was screaming to me. So I had to pick it up, and it's like not even I think it's a little over 200. I think it's like 207 pages, so it's not very long, so it's a very quick and easy read. So I'm so excited to finally be able to get to this. um but yeah, so my beloved book, so excited to get to this. Then the next book I got, this was actually one of the books that I went in for or that I had allowed myself to buy. I'm kind of in my Christina Lauren era right now, so I got a couple of their books to try out, not try out, to read to see if I like them. So the first one I got is The On Honeymooners. I have been seeing this book literally everywhere recently. Everybody's recommending this book, so I decided I'm going to pick it up. This is probably an unpopular opinion, but when I first discovered Book Talk and BookTube, um, I was not interested in this book because the cover, just there's just something about it that I just don't like. Um, so I just didn't feel the need to pick it up and read it. But it just sounds too good to pass up. So we're just going to ignore the cover and get through it. So the back says Olive Torres is used to being the unlucky twin from, oh, she's a twin, from inexplicable mishaps to a recent layoff. Her life seems to be almost comically jinxed. By contrast, her sister Ami is an eternal champion. She even managed to finance her entire wedding by winning a slew contest. Unfortunately for Olive, the only thing worse than constant bad luck is having to spend the wedding day with the best man and her nemesis, Ethan Thomas. Olive braces herself for the wedding hell, determined to put on a brave face. But when the entire wedding party gets food poisoning, the only people who aren't affected are Olive and Ethan. Suddenly, there's a free honeymoon up for grabs, and Olive will be damned if Ethan gets to enjoy paradise solo. Agreeing to a temporary truce, the pair head for Maui. After all, 10 days of bliss are worth having to assume the role of loving newlyweds, right? But the weird thing is, Olive doesn't mind playing pretend. In fact, the more she pretends to be the luckiest woman alive, the more it feels like she might be. So this sounds so cute. I'm so excited. I've heard that this is funny. I've heard it's cute. So I'm really excited to get to this. And like I said, I've really been enjoying their books lately. So I say that and I've only read 2, but I really do like their books. So I'm super excited to get to this one. And speaking of Christina Lauren, the other one that I got was Something Wilder. I've heard like mixed reviews about this, so I'm a little bit worried about it, but um, it looks like it has short chapters and things like that. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I like it, but I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll just have to see what happens. So the back of this one says, growing up the daughter of notorious and notoriously absent treasure hunter Duke Wilder left Lily without much patience for the profession or much money in the bank. Using Duke's hand-drawn maps to guide tourists on treasure hunts through the canyons of Utah pays the bills, but isn't enough to buy back the beloved ranch her father sold years ago, and is definitely not enough to deal with the sight of her first love walking back into her life with a motley crew of friends ready to hit the trails. Leo Grady knew mirages were a thing in the desert when the silhouette of his greatest regret comes comes into focus in the flickering light of the campfire, Leo realizes he wants nothing more than to reconnect with his first and only love. Unfortunately, Lily draws a line in the sand. It's never going to happen. But when the routine trip comes or goes completely sideways, the group wonders if maybe the legend of the hidden treasure wasn't a gimmick after all. Alone under the stars in the isolated and dangerous mazes of the Canyonlands, Leo and Lily must decide whether they'll risk their lives and hearts on the adventure of a lifetime. So that sounds super good. It sounds like it's a little adventurous with a little bit of romance and a little bit of mystery. Like you get all of it in one, and I'm super excited about it. It kind of feels a little thick though. Let's see how long it is. It's 361 pages, so that's not bad. That's pretty good, but I'm super excited to get to this now because it sounds really interesting to me. So then that is that one. The next one I picked up is Local Woman Missing. And this one I picked up because one of my coworkers just recently read this and he said it was phenomenal. So of course I had to pick it up because I wanted a physical copy of it for myself. So this says Shelby Tebow is the first to go missing. Then Meredith Dickey and her 6-year-old sister Delilah vanishes just blocks from where Shelby was last seen, striking fear into their once peaceful community. After an elusive search that yields more questions than answers, the case eventually goes cold. Now, 11 years later, Delilah shockingly returns. Everyone wants to know what happened to her, but no one is prepared for what they'll find. And some people will stop at nothing to keep the truth buried. That sounds so good. I've heard the plot twist in this book is like no other plot twist. So I'm super excited to get to this. I haven't read a thriller, I feel like, in a very long time. So I'm super excited. Maybe this one will be the next thriller I pick up. But I'm so excited about this. But yeah, so that is that one. And it actually looks like, just flipping through it, it looks like like each chapter is like a then now type of situation. So excited for that one. And then the next one I picked up was Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've been wanting this book for so long, and for some reason, I'm not really sure why. The last time I went to Barnes & Noble, actually the last 2 times, I couldn't find it. I'm not really sure why, but today I was able to find it and picked it up. So this is about the Riva family. Riva, I really don't know how to say their last name, but there's 4 siblings and they all throw a party. I think before they go back to school or something like that. I'm not sure, but they throw a party and the house ends up like in flames, and it's just about all the events leading up to this party. So I'm super excited to get to this one. I think I'm gonna fly right through it. I love her writing. Even though I've only read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but like it just sucks you in. Her writing is like no other. I just love it so much. So I now have this one to add to my collection. I also have Maybe in Another Life and One True Loves by her. So I'm super excited to get to all of these by her because, like I said, she is amazing. I just love it. And then the next one I picked up is Thank You for Listening by Julia Whelan. Or Whelan? Whelan? We're going to say Whelan. It sounds better. I have heard nothing but great things about this. So Julia is actually an audiobook narrator for, I think, just romance novels. And she kind of like took the things out of the romance novels that she liked and like basically put them into this book. And I've heard this book is so freaking good. So I'm so excited to get to this one. Let me just read the back for you. There's something on the back of this book and that kind of upsets me, but we're not going to talk about it. It says, for Sawani Chester, being an audiobook narrator is a long way from her old dreams, and the days of being a star on film sets are long behind her. She's found success and satisfaction from the inside of a sound booth. When she arrives in Los Angeles last minute for a book convention, Sawani unexpectedly spends a whirlwind night with a charming stranger. Then Sawani discovers one of the world's most beloved romance novelists wanted her to perform her last book with Brock McKnight, the industry's hottest, most secretive voice. Secretive? Yeah, secretive voice. Sawani doesn't buy what romance novels are selling. Not after her own dreams were tragically cut short. Her admiration of the late author changes her mind, though, and resurrecting her old romance pseudonym. Yeah, pseudonym. She and Brock forge a real connection hidden behind the comfort of anonymity. 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 I think that's how you say it. Soon she is dreaming again, but when secrets are revealed and the realities of life come crashing down around her once more, she can learn to risk everything. Can she learn to risk everything for desires she has long buried? So that sounds so good. I'm super excited for it. I was flipping through here and there's like text messages in here, which I love so much. So I'm so excited to get to this. I don't think I haven't actually looked for this, but this is one that I have like heard so many good things about that I'm so excited that as I was getting ready to go check out, it just like stood out to me and I picked it up and I said, "You're coming home with me." So I'm super excited that I have this in my now collection of unread books, but I think we're gonna get to it pretty soon because it just sounds so good. And then the next one that I have is Nora Goes Off Script. I actually have this in hardback, which is super annoying to me because that hardback book was very, very, very expensive. It was like $27 expensive, and it's not even 300 pages. But I honestly did not think that it was going to come out in paperback. And then it was on the buy one, get one half off table. So I picked it up because I've come to the conclusion that I hate hardback books. I'm honestly done buying them because I just hate them so much. They're just so uncomfortable to hold. I just don't. I'm not going to get into it, but I don't like hardback books. So I'm going to keep the ones that I have, but I mean, I'm just going to get rid of the hardback version of this one and keep this one cuz I don't know. It just feels better. Like it just feels right in my hand. So I'm going to take that one and donate it, take it to Half Price Books, whatever, and then read the paperback. This is actually on my March TBR, which I'm not going to be posting that video for probably another week or so, but it is on my March TBR just because it's green and it's St. Patrick's Day. So anyway, the back of this one says, Romance Channel screenwriter Nora Hamilton knows the formula for loves better than anyone. I've only had one cup of coffee, so like please excuse me. I'm gonna get another one as soon as we're done here, but please excuse me. Knows the formula for love better than anyone, but when her too good to work husband leaves her and their two kids, Nora goes for Nora turns her marriage's collapse into the best script of her life. When it's picked up for the big screen and set to film at her home with former sexiest man alive, Leo Vance, cast as her ex-husband, Nora's life will never be the same. After shooting wraps, Nora finds Leo on her porch with a half-empty bottle of tequila and a proposition. He'll pay $1,000 a day to stay for a week. She could use the money, but it's the need in his eyes that makes her say yes. 7 days, it's the blink of an eye or an eternity depending on how you look at it. Enough time to fall in love, enough time to break your heart. So I'm so excited about this. Like I said, this book is super short, so it's going to be a quick, easy, fast read, I think. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get to this. And also, I'm so excited it's out in paperback. But anyway. And then the last book I picked up, it's another thriller. I haven't seen literally anything about this book anywhere, and the cover just jumped out to me, so of course it had to come home with me. It's called You Should Have Told Me by Leah Conan. In the back of this says, Jamie needs a break. Her baby won't sleep, she's struggling with motherhood, and a secret from her past threatens to tear her new family apart. So when her partner Max offers to do their baby's feedings that night so she can finally get some rest, she jumps at the chance. But when Janie wakes up at 3 a.m., her daughter is screaming alone in her bassinet. Max is vanished. On her own with a newborn and desperate for answers, Janie searches for Max, but the more she learns about the man she loves, the more she wonders how well she knew him at all. When a woman is murdered and Max becomes the prime suspect, Janie must face her partner's secret and her own if she wants her daughter to see her father again. So it sounded so good. I'm so excited to get to this. It looks like it literally is like the time, like each chapter is a different time leading up to I'm assuming 3 a.m. whenever he goes missing, but it just sounded so good. It had to come home with me. Um, and so those are all of the books that I bought today on my spontaneous trip to Barnes and Noble. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know your thoughts. I know some of these are like older books, so I'm kind of late to the game and everybody has read them already. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know the books that you have recently purchased down below. And I will see you guys in my next video very soon.